having the issue of my Twitch streams not actually going live, or my YouTube streams not actually going live. Okay, this one's actually live. Perfect. So there's in here. Do that. Do this. So there's that. You'll always have that available to you. Turn that on mute. You let me know whenever you're good there. Stream is up and going. I've sent you the link. I am in the replay, just waiting for you. Here. Now you may want to mute the stream or Discord, one or the other. Uh, the stream is a little delayed, but I will be asking you for feedback, and like I'll be talking back and forth with you throughout this, right? Well, and I say, like, if you want to do it through, like, I can deal with talking to your voice delayed. Like, that's not a problem, right? I'm used to... That's fine. I mean, that's up to you, but... I don't think voices will stream through Discord chat to this, so... Actually, yeah, I don't think they do. No, my mic does, but I don't think your mic will.
Hey, love you, baby.
Yeah, like, my mic will stream, but yours won't. So... Alright, but if we're gonna get into this, let's get into her. It so for parties, I can set it up that way, but for Discord it doesn't, like, I don't think it's streamed anybody's voice in Discord ever, even though I have it set up to share party audio. It's weird. Because yeah, I mean either way you'll be able to hear me, I'll be able to talk to you. It's up to you how you want to do it. Well, that's just it. If you're gonna go after this ball, you should probably already be at that boost pad. This boost, you should probably already be here. So like, so by the time, like, ideally, you see this and you've already started flipping this way to come after it. Either that or you just read that really quick, but I mean, like, it's not gonna happen for us. So grabbing this boost and staying grounded isn't the bad idea. I would have turned backfield, though, not upfield, to give you more this angle on this ball. Right, like grab this boost, come this way, and then you can get a better angle on that quicker. Right. So otherwise, I don't hate the fact that you didn't go after that ball because you're right, that ball's not gettable. And you see how you end up in this option anyways, right? But you end up here anyways, right? So by just turning left, you end up better spaced from the ball, so you're further back that if you need to boom it, you can build up speed easier. Better angle. But even if you're here, it gives you just a little bit more space to be creative too, right? As opposed to being here, because they're not challenging this, right? Like you can see that from what they're doing. Cryptid is facing the far wall, and the other guy's just too far away to do anything anytime soon. So you have time. You have time here. So by just turning left and coming this way and giving yourself a better angle, you can time this bounce easier to go up with it, to pop it off the back wall or boom it off the back wall, or put a hard shot on net, or, see me over here, you can pass it my way. Like, we've got options by being further back. Whereas by being here, we don't have many options. It's going to be hard to get a booming touch to the back wall, right? It's going to be hard to get a booming shot on net. You're right. You don't have time to build momentum, to build power. But being just, 5 car lengths back from just turning the other way gives you that little bit more space to build that little bit more power to boom this to the back wall or on the net if that's what you decide to do, right? But if you want, you can still play this ball very slowly, very softly, catch it, pop it, pass it. You can still do that, right? You can still go after it that way. So from here, I mean, if you want to go for this, you want to hit the ball right there when it's at its peak. Otherwise, because if you're hitting it on the way down, you're fighting gravity. So by the time the ball's on its way down, and for one, you don't touch it in the best way to get, or through the ball to get a great pop, it doesn't go anywhere, which is fine. I mean, that's a mechanical thing that you'll pick up the more you play. I don't hate it. You made a decent attempt. I don't hate it, right? You did something. From here, your teammate's fighting in this corner. There's a lot of options that can happen, and by sitting this way, all you're covering is me losing the ball. That's all you're playing for. Grab that boost. Come grab this boost. Come sit here. Yeah, as second man in this particular scenario, especially because this ball's already going towards the net, right? Like, this ball's going towards the net. Why do you need to be over there? But even if this ball has a chance of spilling backfield, half flip, and you're back here with boost, ready to defend, and cut anything off if needed. Or take it up the wall if you've got the space, right? Like, from here, you can just go this way. You've got time. Like, if a ball spills out this way, you're going to be closest to it more than likely still. And what's threatening about a ball being here if you're here to make a save, right? Well, and that's just it, right? So if I get a pass from this back wall, right? I'm looking for you somewheres in this midfield, right? Why would I be looking to try and pass the ball backwards, right? Like, I've got momentum going this way. Why? How's my pass going to end up over there? Right, right. So, like, with a play that's going to develop going this way, sitting over here, you're not being supportive in any way, shape, or form. You're only playing a loss. Meanwhile, if you can still play a loss by just by sitting here. That's just it. You can play both scenarios from here, or you can play one scenario from over there. And this gets you more aggressive, right? It's like the second that that ball spills out, you can just jump up and you're ready for a shot on net. I'd still be sitting here. Absolutely, but like, so you turn, you end up sitting here, right? Just sit here. You see this plate, like, you see that you've got two people sitting there. Like, that's not a shot opportunity that's typically going to go in the net, right? I mean, well, and when you're sitting here, you're already here. You're in the play. You want to make it something happen because you've overcommitted. You want to make this mistake worth it. That's what's in your mind, whether you think about it or not, but that's what you're trying to do, right? Meanwhile, if you just stay back here, you might get 24 boost, 36 boost, because this boost might spawn a couple of times while you just sit here. Seriously. I've had it happen. I've had it happen to me. I've gotten 36, 48 boost while I just wait for something to happen in the corner. I have. I have sat completely still on this boost while my teammate just and someone bobbles around in the corner and nothing's happening. Because what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? If I'm sat here facing this way and they're just bobbling around in the corner for like 10 seconds, like, not doing anything, I'm not going to go into the corner and take over because my teammate's there. And we've double committed into the far corner. That's a terrible place to double commit, right? Well, and I'm not going to just go back because, well, we could create something here, right? Right, so I'm just sitting here waiting to see what's going to happen. Is my teammate going to lose this ball? Am I going to be able to create something? And I've got options. You'll get 12 boost from picking it up. You might get a 24. You might get a 36, and who the hell knows? Like, depending on how long you sit here, right? Because like I said, I'd be sitting. I would have grabbed that boost. I would have grabbed that boost, and I'd come sit here. I'd still be sitting here. Okay, I'm getting ready to go go this way. And I might try and take that now that you're out of the play, right? Because I can see an opening here. I might be able to beat him to that ball with boost without him having momentum, right? Or I can at least 50 a ball this way to create something for my teammate to grab this big boost and go for, right? I guarantee you in all that time you've picked up at least 24 boost off this pad alone. Right? Like I said, while what happens here isn't terrible, it could be made a lot worse if they just know how to shoot from their half or have a booming clear. You saw me do it a couple of times. Goal line. Yeah, like it's just that's just how you score sometimes. That's just unfortunate. Honestly, here I messed up myself. I should have had a 50 here. That's not really your mistake, honestly. At the end of the day, in this situation, we're both recovering back. I've got to buy you time because you are our goal line defender, but even though you're not there, right? I need to 50 this ball. Or I need to slow him down to buy you time to be our goal line defender, right? I didn't do that. I screwed up. Like, I didn't get the 50. I just let him go. And that just doesn't give you time to be ready for that. You did everything you could do. You tried. No, seriously, though. We gained possession. Yeah, I'm not against that. I'm also looking at why are you facing our net here? Sure. I'm first man, yes. Behind me, not necessarily. And even if you're behind me, going this way, you're going away from the play. If you just even put on your back camera for a second and look backwards, you'll see that this field is wide open, right? And if you look left for a split second, you see that they're there. Like, we have possession. Turn left, start coming upfield with me, and be an option with me. Right? Like, I'm not saying necessarily go up completely ahead of the play, but even just sitting here, right, and being beside me, right? Right, like you're back there. If I don't have boost, right? I can't create much on my own. Meanwhile, you do have boost. I'm looking for you. That, or I'm looking to pass it to you, or do something because we still have space and time, right? So, from my perspective, I control the ball. I realize that we have all the space in the world, right? Timing, right? So I want it to, but I also want to catch this ball and not let it get away, right? So you see how I have to turn and catch that? I don't have time to go grab that big boost. If that ball bounces and goes midfield, we do have a chance of losing possession, right? Because from where I sit, I see them grab their corner boost. That's great. That's fine and dandy. But if he's aggressive, he can get upfield really quickly. And if I let that ball bounce, it's his. So I just want to control this ball. I don't have boost. I see you have boost. Right? So you can see how from here, if you were just upfield a little bit, I can chip that over to you. Right? Right. Right. Like if you're just sitting up here somewheres, you're creating options with me, right? And what I see a lot of people do is they play what I call 1 and 1 versus 2, not 2 versus 2. right? Does that make sense? Well, is so you wait for your teammate to try and beat both guys, and if that doesn't happen, well, you try and beat both guys, right? You guys you never attack together. It's on offense, it's a one versus two and a one versus two constantly. It's never a two versus two on offense or on defense, really, right? So if you turn the game from a one and one versus two to a two versus two, it changes the whole dynamic. And we'll all say, yeah, go play ones to help with twos because you'll be in one-on-one scenarios. But you still gotta play twos as a twos game overall. Sure, that gives it to him. I don't hate it. Well, instead of looking at the ball, you leave the play and you don't even know where everybody is. Like, you see him there, sure. I'm driving away. He's just kind of chilling, playing defensively. Like, you can stay here. Or just looked or something, right? Look around, see what's going on. Because from your perspective, if you just look left, you'll see everybody. This guy's doing stuff, so you have priority on this ball. I'm driving away, trying to be more midfield and ready for something to spill out here, for you to 50 it, for you to do something. And we just give them possession. Because as first man, you just left the ball and left the play. I mean, so in regards to that, it could be. Like, you'll see cracked as flailing. You don't have to go up for this. Right. You'll see cryptids in net, cracked as flailing. We don't have to go up for this. We can catch it, we can bounce pop it, we can create options from here. So for one, even if you want to go up for this ball, you should already be up and closer to it. Because again, you want to hit it at its peak, not when it's on its way down. But you don't want to be up there because, well, for one, that's a terrible place to be because I believe you're already in poor positioning. But we're, from here, I mean, you're already here. Let's talk about it. Like, well, because here, ideally, like I said, you're already up here somewheres. And we're already creating something else. Right, and something else should be coming out of what happens here, but I don't have that option. I've got to try and do something myself, and it just doesn't work out. Right? Alright, I see how far back you are. I'm like, oh crap, I got to play this myself, and this is just what it leads into. You'll see where I make that decision, right? Like I'm like, okay, I can pass the oh fuck, I can't pass this over. I catch this and start playing this upfield, right? Like, yeah, right? So, from that regard, we shouldn't be here. But that's fine. We're here. We can talk about it because you're still here and we can still learn from this, right? So you're not going for that ball. That's fine. Just let it bounce. Yeah. you'll still be way first to that ball. Well, he's way back here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like that totally 100% comes down to decision making and going it's like yeah, no, it's not a mechanics issue. This is a decision making issue and is if I just wait for this to bounce here, I can control this ball because they're letting me control this ball. Right, like what's all you're going to do here is give them the ball. So just play it on the bounce. Just be a little bit more patient because you have the ability to be patient. Right? Like you can well, exactly. Yeah, you know, make use of the space that you're given here because that play you can see from here that ball is all yours. You've got all the time in the world. And then from here, yeah, just stay with it and try and 50 or something when that ball comes down on the ground. Or you know, don't let Cracked get that next touch free, right? You can go up, you can try and touch that ball because you still got 50 boost. Well, it's not even about buying time because we can still be on offense here possibly. You can you don't have to have the control by just staying in the area. It's gonna look different for Cracked, right? Right, like he's gonna see you and you have a play on this ball, right? And then you just leave, so he goes. The moment you boost away from that play, he goes. Probably, but even then, you can see him go and just jump up and try and get in his way. I'm behind you. You're first man. Get in the way, right? I'm here. Just do something, right? I've got your back, right? Yeah, you're first man. Challenge. Do something. Just don't just give them the ball, right? I like the attempt, mechanics, but we'll get like you'll get there. What I will say is from here, you've got two options, especially with the way you land it. Really, one, in my opinion. Land with your car kept facing straight, and just drive on the roof out. Just a recovery mechanic, because what you can do is once you roll off of here, you can half roll or like air roll, get your wheels back down, and you can wave dash, right? Because you don't use your jump, right? So you can just like if necessary, and it's a play where you know you need to get back, you can get back really quick just by going out like that, right? From here, while I like the idea of coming out this way, and given the situation, I would. You're not 100% sure what's going on over there. Well, so from here, there's multiple options, right? If I've dusted him to this ball, and this is our ball, right? Go steal that boost. Come out here, take that pad, steal this boost, and then make your rotation. Right, like that, and that's if I'm dusting him here, right? And we're gonna keep possession. Because that's the big difference, right? Because if you've got a play like this, well, yeah, you want to rotate this way because it looks like I'm getting dusted, right? You should have still had ball cam on and just seen what's going on up there because there's options. And then you see that touch happen, which goes in our favor, right? Right? This touch here, so that touch goes in our favor. That touch actually goes towards me, right? Now, mind you, I'm in a terrible spot here. But yeah, you drive off to their corner. Because the second you looked away, everything changed. That's just it. It wasn't as good of a touch as you think it is. Because I'm flying through the sky. You don't see that because you barely get a chance to, right? You see me fly up off the corner of your screen. You see me fly there. Like, I'm not near that ball. And very briefly, you see me flail. Right? You're not looking at this play anymore, but this is not my ball. Right. You should be turning back and like being on defense. So for no, you don't even have time to grab mid boost. So oh, my buttons are all fucky. You grab this boost pad, grab this boost pad, grab this boost pad, grab and just start coming back. Yeah, yeah, just follow that line because these lines will tell you exactly where to rotate. Notice how there's just straight lines everywheres, or in slightly curved paths. Like if you follow those are rotating paths. Legitimately. So you'll like I understand grabbing the big boost, but by being back just 5 seconds sooner, 2 seconds sooner, that might have been savable. I'm not guaranteeing it, but like it's possible. It would have been a better chance, right? Yeah, I like that boost grab. Yeah, that was your ball to disrupt. I mean, you were in the right area. Like, you grab this boost, you turn wide, you play this bounce, he just gets a crazy touch and save. Like, you're not really doing anything wrong here, in my opinion. Arguably, no. Like, that's just, like I said, that's a crazy of, that's a peak touch. Like, he gets a perfect clear on that ball. That's not going to happen a lot in your rank. So, like, I don't hate that boost grab. You see that that's going to go back wall. Maybe he'll pop it up, right? You know, those are your likely options. The likelihood that he gets a booming clear off of this is not high in Plat and Diamond. So I don't hate this decision making, and even in Champ, I don't hate being here because you can recover. We can deal with this because he gets that clear. You realize, you adapt, you go back, but instead, well, no, you turn away here. You can play this to our corner, right? If you touch that there and play this to our corner and just buy a little bit of time, right? Exactly. Exactly. You've got to buy me the little bit of time to get behind you. I'm rotating back. Where to exactly, it's going to depend on where this ball goes. This ball's going to the corner. I'm probably rotating here, honestly. But that's personal. Like, yes, for you, I would say yes, come back post. Right, like your job here is to get a touch on this ball, to do something to buy that time. And you have the ability from here, instead of turning right, plop your car here. You are in line with that ball. And even if it takes you a hair longer, you're ahead of him by a mile. Right? So just touch that towards the corner, roll it towards the corner, pop it towards the corner. Just do. When the ball is here, we are pretty safe. Well, and it will happen. But like the odds of someone scoring here is pretty low. Positioning errors, but I mean, if you've got someone who's sitting back here and a ball goes up, it is not that hard to deal with, honestly. So if you get an ideal touch and you roll this to the corner, I mean, there are multiple options, right? So if you start rolling this, say, and it rolls up the wall here, right? You've got options, right? You can, if you've got the ability, you can grab this boost, you can pop this ball off the wall, and you can just get your own clear. Yeah, you can just come up on the back wall, clear it, and like, because there's a way you can, like, if a ball is rolling up this back wall, you just soft touch it off, get the ball to pop to about here, right? And then you just jump off and flip into the ball and clear the ball. right? So like that's an option from here, and because you're still on this ball, like you have priority, right? And if that's what you want to do, I'm just gonna rotate back post and be ready for a pop and something bad to happen so I can save it, right? Your other option being, yeah, if you want to get a booming touch up here, then yeah, rotate behind me because there's not much you can do with that touch and just rotate around me. I mean, as I say, you can get just a soft touch going this way and rolling up the wall. I would still say be here and challenge this guy because he's going to want to try and take that ball, right? So it really depends on what the outcome is and how well is your teammate recovering. There's like 8 different possibilities here. You will see that I see you drive by me, and I go, okay, fuck, I've got to make a play on this ball so we can be ready. And that's what you see me do, is I'll just cut in here to start shadow defending. I don't understand the wave dash. Okay, I see what happens. Okay. No, that's fair. No, but you see this touch happen, you've got to be able to go after him here. You've got to go up and challenge him somehow, right? Because no, no, but if like we're talking about getting you out of plat and up the ranking ladder, right? So when you see someone doing this as you rank up, because as you get out of plat and into diamond, people will be doing this stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, I messed around with it. I did it to about this success too. Like you see how this goes nowheres, right? That's complicated that we don't need to get into. But like that's going nowheres, right? You'll see me acknowledge that this is going nowheres, hoping that you're gonna do something here because I see you have boost, by the way. Right, I'm like, okay, he has boost, he can do something here. Okay, he can jump here. Oh look, he can still jump. Oh look, he could have been here on the ground to 50 this touch. You know, because even if you don't want to go for this, because yes, this isn't going anywheres. Oops. Well, let's just if let's I'm sorry, I'm not hitting the buttons I want to hit. So even from here, if you don't want to go up and aerial that, turn around slightly, or like angle yourself this way. You want to angle yourself facing one of the walls. And like kind of catch or 50 that, right? Because if you're here, you put the width, like the length of your car here, you're gonna make yourself as wide as possible. You can 50 that, at the very least. Well, even here, you're not pointing in a terrible way. It's just you're not doing anything as first man. You're just letting them do whatever they want to do. Like, you could have challenged, still could have gone up and challenged, still could have just, like, double jump challenged. Could have went for a 50. Now you go. Right? And even here, like, you go in such a poor way. That's a mechanical error. You'll get better. Like, but holy, look at that back. Looking at this back, that's just rough. Man's just decided to dribble you. That's fine. But here, so you'll see, like, this is where I sit. I see this go to the corner. I'm like, okay, I'll just chill. See how that just comes mid? And I'm just there to just clear a ball. Right? Stupid easy ball. Look, that's not a hard ball to save. And this is what you're afraid of, too, is a sense of, well, what if this ball comes over towards our net? Clear it. If your teammate can't clear it, that's not your fault. So, double jump aerial, I'm right here. And we'll find the situations, like, they come up. They're not hard to deal with if you just have a little bit of patience. Why are we still back here? I mean, that's fine, but you hang around back here. So, I clear the ball at 3:31 to go on the offensive. At this point, you should be going up with me at a minimum. Right? Like, oh, we've got a booming touch to go on offense. Odds are it's a 2-on-1-ish scenario if we're quick, because the guy on the right isn't back. So let's just go up. And 10 seconds later, the ball is in our net. Exactly 10 seconds later. So, so from sure, but so from here you flip and you just start coming up with me, right? And you're here. And you go, okay, well, Cryptic's gonna make a touch on that. Okay, well, I just don't get much more aggressive than here, right? But at least I'm still upfield, and if he makes a booming touch, the net's only right there. And I'm faced upfield, not away from the net into our corner, too. Right? From here, okay, so he gets a power shot on net. You're not doing fucking anything about it from where you're sitting anyways. if you're prepping for a power shot, you need to be faced the other way for one, because the entire net is behind you. You can't go very fast backwards, so therefore you want to point your net or your nose to cover all the net, right? So even if you want to cover for a power shot here, which I don't see being a thing that anyone does 9 times out of 10, like this is a ball someone's going to want to control. He has the ability to control this ball. He's going to want to control this ball. But even if you want to prep for a power shot, that doesn't come. Um, you've done nothing about it. And in fact, you drive away from the net. And that he wants to take this ball to the far wall. Well, if you're up here, you can go challenge that. You can flip. Yeah. Trust that I'm going to recover around you. Right? Just trust. Put a little bit of trust in your teammate. Like, yes, you are second man here. Absolutely. But you still need to go and challenge here and at least shadow defend. At the very least. To start buying time. Right? Right, like this is a 2-on-1. Right? I'm going to steal their big boost so Cracked doesn't have it. That's fine. Cryptid's going to grab the mid boost probably and try and set up something aerially. That's fine. But you've got to go and buy me time to steal his boost and get back and make this be a 2-on-2 on defense. Whereas what you do here is all you do is let them 2v1 you. Right? Like, I get the demo. That's fine. You're in a 1-on-1 now. Still not ideal. But had you have been anywheres upfield, none of this would have happened. Right? You give him all the time in the world to gain control of this ball, and then just pop it over you. Yeah, absolutely. Because look at all the time he has to corral this ball. Right? He starts corralling it at 327. He gets a hold of it at 324. You gave that man 3 seconds to corral this ball. 3 full seconds. And when he does, he just pops it over you. Because what are you going to do? From here, you don't have very many options. Right? One good flick, and that's a hard ball to save. Sure, that is savable, but that's still a hard ball to save, right? You should be in that corner. Sorry? I focus on plats and golds. I mean, I see a lot. I see this a lot of the time. Like, so something to think of is like I have in my bio is like I'm not sitting here trying to make you feel bad. I've seen everything you've done. Like you're not the first person to show me anything. I am literally here to point out the flaws and go, "Hey, this is fixable." Right? Like we can fix this. And I'm not even trying to get you to do things that are complicated. Just, "Hey, don't be here, be here." Right? Like that's not extremely complicated, right? It's not like I'm going out here and telling you and being like, "Oh yeah, you need to learn how to musty reset to be able to hit plat." Like, no. I am a champ 1 with no mechanics. No, I'm not saying it's not. But I'm not saying that it's not, but what I am saying is you don't need them, right? Like in any of these games, did you see me do anything fancy? Really? I tried, but it didn't work. Consistently, yes. Because I've just got good fundamentals, right? And I've just spent time working on basic shooting and basic car control and basic touches. I'm not trying to learn how to flip reset before I even learn how to fly. Once they've learned how to fly properly. Why learn how to run before you even know how to crawl? Right? It, it, it's not even that. It's not even that. Like, if you can get the car control, then go for it. Right? Like, I've been messing around with air dribbles since low diamond. But I've also been messing around with basic car control and aerial control since a plat. Right? So it's a case of you've got to learn how to crawl before you learn how to walk, before you learn how to run. If you can't even control your car in the air, how do you expect yourself to be able to hit the ball while in the air? And if you can't even hit the ball while in the air, how do you expect yourself to do a mechanic in the air? Right? And once you learn basic aerial control, learning to hit the ball becomes quicker. Learning to do the mechanic is quicker. Instead of just trying to learn to do the mechanic from the outright. So, from my perspective, let's learn basics, let's learn fundamentals, let's get solid foundations, and everything else should come together a lot quicker. So, from here, back to this replay, you see me leaving, right? That should be your sign to go into that play. Instead, you turned with me. You're just like, "Oh, you're leaving? I'll leave with you. That's cool." We're Irish leaving? Cool. Like, no. You don't ever give an Irish goodbye in Rocket League. Like right? Like you could go here. I flipped. My car has indicated I am leaving this play, right? Go 50 that. Go try and make a midfield play so we can stay on the offense. Because here's something. You know what's really hard for the opponents to do if they're never on offense? Yeah, it's very hard for them to score if they spend 90% of their game in their box. So if you just go challenge this and even be there, they're not going to have the time to counterattack us. Instead, you wait, you act like your second man, and then you get flicked over. See, this is what I mean by being more aggressive. You're already in a better position here, right? You see I've got control. You come up field. You're already in a better position here as opposed to back on the back half in our net, right? It doesn't work out, but you're there to at least do something if necessary. Here, again, you're going to be first man back. I'm so far out of this play. Right? So, rear view camera, you'll see I'm still not even in our half. You've got to come here and cut this off. Right? So, because, here, I'll point this out. That's not a hard ball to hit. That's a 50. Still pretty easy to touch. So, like, you've got lots of option there to not let him do that. And so even if you don't take this aggressively, you've got to come cover front post. Because you just don't have time. What? Well, ideally, yeah, you should be on the wall here. On the wall coming up to this ball. Because you see where I'm rotating? If you can get a 50 here, that's going to buy me time to get a clear, right? At the very least, if you're going to rotate goal, like goal side, you've got to come here. My buttons are so messed up. What is wrong with my buttons? Because that's a simple double jump aerial and you can get to it. Right? And granted, it works out, but as you rank up, someone's going to score that shot in that top corner. Why? I get a banger of a dunk here. We have possession and they are in our corner. Both of them are in our corner. Right? And you go, you know what? We're not taking advantage of this play. Nah. We're gonna stay back here. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna grab this boost. I'm gonna grab that boost. And now we have a 2-on-2 again. You have half a tank. Just come, just grab your mid pads on the way up field. Right? You could probably get this ball into the corner. There's no probably about it. You could beat both of these guys to this corner if you just went. And then you know what happens if you just lightly tap that ball off the corner? Because in my mind, I got that clear. I'm like, oh, he should be. Oh, he's not going. Well, he should be going. Oh, he's not going. Like, right? I wanted to steal the mid boost on them, but didn't get the chance to. But like, I saw the opportunity for a pass there. Wrong buttons again. Jesus Christ. Boost over ball. You hit that ball right to the guy and then decide, even with 41 boost, I'm gonna go for the 100. You just gave him the ball. You gave him possession. And then said, you know what? Do whatever you want with this ball. You want to catch this ball and control this? You've already flicked 4 times over me. What's a fifth? Like, see, look what he does. He goes for another flick. So you get this touch. Okay, it's not the touch you want, but you still have to follow this ball. You are still first man here. You've got to go 50 that. 50 that, dunk him, do something to create for us, instead of just being like, hey, have a ball. Fuck over me and my teammate. Go right for it. Because if he catches this and gets a really good flick from here, there's nothing I can do. Right? That's just it. I'm making a bet, and I'm going, okay, are you going high or are you going to keep this low? And watching what he's done in the past, I go, okay, you're going to try and flick this. So I preemptively get ready for that, right? And that will get you out of gold, sure. Yeah, you want controlled touches into possessions, into chances to score, right? So let's just think about this for a second. Air hockey. You play air hockey, right? Oh, you've never played air hockey, huh? Right. So if you just constantly hit the puck back and forth, rallies go on for a while, right? But if you lightly tap the puck and then shoot the puck, it catches people off guard. You can be more precise. Right. That's the key. You can be more precise after a control touch. Right. So similar to air hockey in the sense of, sure, we can keep hitting this puck back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like you do in plat. But as you get up into diamond, people start control touching. Exactly. Exactly, because what's easier to stop, a shot from midfield or a shot from 10 feet out? Right, but what will get you out of diamond is a control touch into a power shot. Like, getting you into diamond, control, power shot, control touch, power shot, control touch, power shot. Like, it will change your life. Where's the, again, you grab this, where is the rush to get back? You drive across the field, grab the mid boost here. They still have a wide open net. Like, thank God they're bad. But, like, I understand grabbing the big boost here. I totally get that. That's fine. But you gotta go back. Again, why are we not going? Like, you're so passive. Well, even then, like it's not necessarily that you can beat me to it, but you're just so passive here. Well, not necessarily that, but you see this touch upfield that gets by the guy? Just go. You are technically closer than I am, right? Just go. I can see you. I can judge that if you go, I'll stop. You turn. So I go, right? And again, so from here, we are back to this, where, okay, your teammate's in the corner. Over here. I want you to know everything about this one boost pad. What makes this boost pad so special? Exactly. Your teammates over here know everything about this guy. Just over half in the midfield. He's your new best friend. Seriously. Right? Like, oh, okay, don't have to go for that. Like, I could still be here. Like, I could sit here. I could stay sitting here. Then I could probably go for that ball. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me go back to that then. So you cut right here. If you want to cut, come cut left. Come sit here. You can stay sitting here. You could still be sitting here. Could still be sitting here. Could still, you know, and now you have an opportunity to go. Right? Like, and now, sure, come 50, come do something here. Come try and play on cracked. Because that's your opportunity, right? I mean, it might be free, it might not be. It depends on how long it takes you to get from the midfield, right? Right, so like so from here, that's when you start driving this way and you fake challenge. If you don't want to actually challenge, you just come up and you fake a challenge and you start driving back. And just turn it into shadow defense. Right. You don't have to touch this ball if you don't feel comfortable. Right? But that's the beauty of just staying here and coming up and then becoming threatening. Right? You don't have to do something, but the threat of you doing something is threatening. Right? Right, like, I mean, you're in the rough general vicinity now, just from, driving around and kind of following and just staying behind me. But arguably, like, you could have just stayed midfield for the last 10 seconds. And that should be a goal. Every time. From here, that should be a goal. From here, that should be a goal every time. If you're in this position, you should be able to slot that. Sorry? Well, and you don't hit it with power either, right? You score it, granted, but you stop. Like, if you just hit this ball in one fell swoop, you can beam that into the net, right? And that's fine. And not, and like, I don't hate it. So like, here's part of the philosophy that I keep though. If I shoot enough, eventually it will go in. If I just I have better odds of scoring goals with 15 shots on net over 2 sloppy shots. So if I just shoot shot after shot and take every opportunity I have to shoot and just shoot the ball, even if it's not the best, right? So from here, and I just go and boom a shot on net, trying to beat their defense back into net. I will take 15 of those over 2 lobbed balls into the net from here. You know what I mean? Hell, I'd take 2 power shots over 20 lobbed shots. But the thought being is, if you make 15 power shots, eventually one of those is going to fall. If you make 15 softer, more precise touches, odds they might not fall, right? Because from here, Cracks should save this ball. That's like he just screwed up, right? Like you can see how easy of a ball that is to save, right? It's not fast. You just jump up a little bit, and that's a saved ball. Right? Like, there's multiple ways you could have. He probably could have caught the ball. Honestly, he might not have even had to jump. Like, like seriously. That ball lands technically in time, where you can just catch that and take it out the net. It's a riskier way of going about it for sure. But if you just get a proper like double jump here, that's clear to your corner easily. So part of what I'm saying is like the fact that that went in is kind of fluky. It might work in plat. It's gonna work less in diamond, and it really won't work in champ. Absolutely. Absolutely, but do you want to score because you got lucky, or do you want to score because you deserve to score? Right, so from here, you should be able to bang this shot on net. It works, and you know. I would be flipping into this ball because you flip into balls you want power for, right? So you time your flip that if you want to just power it on the ground where you can roll it, or if you want to try and chip it a little bit, like that's where you just learn what you need to do to create power for certain angles, right? And that's fine. That's just where comfort comes from, right? Okay. From here, just go back corner opposite, like just go for that boost. That ball is safe. I have control over that because they're not going. Take the time, go get your boost. Or if you want to be aggressive, steal mid. Because I've got time to control that, you've got time to go and steal that boost and, you know, maybe steal that one depending on what happens, right? Again, I don't hate what's going on here. You try and control it, it doesn't go well, but then you just let him have the ball. Follow the ball. Go 50 that. Go 50 that. Do something. Just don't just let him have it. Just drive 50 that. Like, there's no need to flip into this ball. You can just drive at him. Mechanical error, they happen, like the thought. Grab that big boost in the process here. You have time. You can just swerve and grab that big boost in the process. Demo him. Cracked. Demo him. You flip through his path. Just demo him. Yeah, if you see a guy in the path, like, you are rotating behind back post anyways here. Or he's literally in your crosshairs. Kill him. So you get aggressive here. I'm not expecting you to make a play on this ball because I still haven't seen you for one. I hear you, but my goal here is because I haven't seen you fully is to just get something centered, right? And you see me go and still jump anyways for this ball. Like, you see me jump and then jump anyways. If you just stay grounded here, that's a free goal. She would have already been up there. You know what I mean? And this is what I'll mean by being more aggressive, and this is what benefits you from staying in plays, right? So I see Cryptid here, and I see you. Bye. That ball's now yours. I bumped him right out of the way. So if you get a powerful touch here, that ball's in the net every time. And look where that ball comes out. This is why, like, where the positioning I preach comes into play, is because here's me on the back wall. Where's that ball's path coming? Right to. Right, like, naturally that ball wants to come here, or in its general vicinity, right? So by being here, you're just ready to receive that ball. Yeah. Because you've got time to wait. Like, they don't go. They still don't go. You can put a banger shot on that. You can pop that to the back wall to give us another opportunity, right? Like, you've got options. And I mean, that's fine. They happen. You'll get more precise touches as you play more. I want to get this paused at the right moment. I'm sorry.
Do you not like getting up there anymore? No. Jeez. I was already in. I don't like them. No, it's okay. What? No? I was already in there. I already made it, baby.
And that's just something you'll come to realize as you play more and as you like come to realize like, oh, here's the angle of that ball. Even if you're not sure, turn off ball cam for a second and you'd
Fine, kitties.
no, but you can quickly do math and like yes, that's going to be close. Okay. Get on this side of it. Right? Like oops. Like you have a little bit of time there, right? Instead, you kind of just flail around in the middle midfield for a second, and then last second just slot that bitch. That was the best shot you took all session, by the way. Like, it's amazing how that works, huh? And see, I like this. I've grab the boost, come back down, and challenge this in the corner because you're still first man here. But there you go. There, there's kind of there's your ball up in the air. I don't even do anything fancy to get rid of that ball. That's crossbar height. Double jump, no boost. And just give him a bump. But yeah, here, like this ball is still yours to play, so I'd be sharply turning down the wall, not coming back towards the net. Once that bump happens, that's a clear sign that that's your ball. I get your second man, but that ball is yours to take every time, because Crack isn't going to do anything about this. Again, it's fine. Like what happened isn't the worst, but we're talking about like small optimizations, right? Again, look at the difference in positioning. What looks better, this view or this view? Right? This is much more engaging, active, threatening. Right, like so if Cracked fucks up, okay, cool, you've got a free shot. Cracked fucks up and Cryptic makes a touch, okay, well turn left. Cracked keeps the ball, okay, turn right and go challenge him, right? You know, you can do whatever you need to do from here. That could have been a shot, right? If you're sitting here and you go, oh look, he's flailing with this, he's not doing anything. Oh, he got his touch, okay. You know, you can position yourself to wait, right? Yeah, again, just behind me. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, from here, ideally, don't turn right, turn this way. Try and bump one of these guys, and then come through this way. Try and clear a line of path. It may not work, I might not go, but you might create something out of it, you never know, right? And I'm back, so you've got the ability to just try and create something, right? All in all, man, like, I don't see major issues. I really don't. I don't. I don't see major issues. It's all fixable. It's all easily fixable. Honestly, major issues are attitude. Everything you do wrong in Rocket League is fixable. Right, like I'll give you a small overview when we're done here as well. Um, kind of kind of touching on the bigger subjects I'd like to see you work on. And I'm probably pointing out a couple of things I didn't necessarily point out here. Like we didn't really go over back post, but the options didn't come up all that often. But you should be sitting here in net. I seen you sitting mid a few times. And if you're sitting back post, I've also seen you sitting out here. Well, no, you're on the back post, but you're in the demo line of fire. Inside the goal line. Right? If you want to, like when you're sitting back post or if you're sitting front post, you kind of want to sit inside the goal line because now you're not in the demo line of fire or a bump. Like it's really hard to bump or demo you if you're here, right? And if they commit and they fuck up, well now you've got a 2-on-1 because they're in your net, right? So, you know, if you want to sit back post, sit back post. You want to sit front post, well sit like here, right? Or, you know, if you're going to sit front post, sit like you would be sitting back post, but front post style, if that makes sense. You know, you never really want to be sitting here with your back facing the net, or you don't overly want to be here because you're an easy bump target, right? Let's see if I can't come up across a couple of things here. You see how I stay close to him there? No, I'm just playing shadow defense, right? So by being close, oh, so by being closer to this play, when I need to make a play on the ball, it's that much easier to just stop and get in his way, right? I don't perform it perfectly well, but if I was, you know, another quarter of the field back, that's harder to pull off, right? Yeah, me trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. And I just flail my 50. That's fine. I think it works. But you'll notice, so like, here, you notice how I come stay midfield? I turn back because I'm 90% sure nothing's going to come of this and I need to be ready for defense. Right? Yeah, that's still a crazy clear. Holy. Yeah, here we go. So you see how I'm sitting in the goal line here. It's not even that, right? Like, so you're up there, that's fine. I'm just talking about positioning wise in general, right? So I see you get bumped, right? I'm seeing you get bullied, but I can't go here because, well, what's coming in front of me, right? I've got a fucking man dribbling my teammate in front of me. I can't really go here. Um, and you see me jump just in case you or him disrupt me, right? And again, just sitting inside the front post. This here just takes a lot of time to realize that he's just gonna chip this ball. That's all he can do. So I just read the chip. Pretty much, yeah, as I just pre-jump the fuck out of him. But like my gameplay is nothing crazy. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're either extremely aggressive or way too passive. Like there's no in between, in my opinion. At plat, that you're either one of those two things. Well, that's just it. Like part of like, and I don't mean this is anything wrong, but like a lot of my coaching sessions, I'm going over the same stuff. Like, because I have a passion for helping people learn things that I'm excited about and things that I love. Yeah. Oh, no problem. Like, no, it's not a problem at all. Like, I used to coach, like, if you read my bio, I've coached a lot of people on a lot of different fields. I used to coach volleyball. I did Destiny, F1 lap time training. You know, I just enjoy helping people, right? I have a passion for being good at games, and I can share that passion and my knowledge to hopefully help someone else enjoy a hobby that I enjoy. No, it's not a problem, man. I thoroughly have fun with these. I don't like oh, you're going, oh well, I'm sorry about your MMR, man. I don't care. I can get my MMR back. That's not a problem. To put it in perspective, my casual MMR typically sits higher 13, low 1400 if I'm actually trying in casual. No, but I wouldn't play ranked with almost anybody because I don't play ranked to begin with. Because I don't solo queue. Because in all honesty, I have other things I'd rather do with my time. I love Rocket League. I don't love it enough to play solo queue. Yeah. So I've played Rocket League off and on since 2015. Yeah. I yeah, I picked up the game like the first month it came out, and I've played off and on since. Most of that playing is since 2020, with most of it being with a dedicated teammate who was dog shit. Like we would comfortably sit mid diamond 2, diamond 3 on a, if he was peaking, but he was like your skill level ish. Back then it was easier to get rank for sure. Um, well, he wasn't even diamond, is what I was getting at. He was diamond because I carried him to diamond. But I've got 1,600 hours in this game at this point. He was brand new. He was decent, but he was plat. The fact that we were sitting mid-diamond just tells me I was champ back then. But that's fine. I only ever peaked into diamond 3. That's fine. That's all I ever called myself. Currently D3. Um, so I hit champ 1 end of last season and didn't touch ranked since. Like I hit one game into champ 1 and just called it quits because I don't care. My rank says peak champ 1. I'm happy with that. If I play ranked, I play ranked. If I don't, I don't. I don't care. I think you got it. I do.